Welcome everyone to Meld. Today I've got some pretty great stories, starting with tons of new cards supporting real-time ray tracing, potential proof of 3rd gen desktop Ryzen APUs or 3rd gen desktop CPUs coming soon, and details on the GTX 1650. But first, check out today's sponsor, Massdrop. They're a group buy website with some amazing deals on gaming hardware. It's free to sign up and they've got new deals all the time, so check that out in the description below. It's news time, and first up for today, at this year's Game Developers Conference, NVIDIA announced that they're enabling support for real-time ray tracing on a ton of their GPUs, including the GTX 1600 series and Pascal. We're talking all the way down to the 1060 6GB model. The company is adding support via Microsoft's DXR API, and they're gonna release the driver update sometime next month. And this is right on the heels of my recent video where I went over a demo for Reflections using real-time ray tracing in CryEngine on a Vega 56. What's really interesting is that this actually clarifies some information about that demo. Apparently, Reflections is a less taxing ray tracing feature to add, since NVIDIA made it clear to devs that non-RTX cards should be limited to less taxing ray tracing features like Reflections, with more difficult ones such as global illumination only really possible through their RTX cards. This tells me that the demo likely only showed off ray trace Reflections because non-RTX GPUs can't handle other ray tracing features, meaning NVIDIA's RTX cards will still likely have some exclusive features. With all of that said, this is still an issue for NVIDIA. They had a hard enough time selling RTX cards as the only ray tracing capable GPUs. Now that other graphics cards at least support some ray tracing, RTX GPUs will be an even harder sell, especially given the added price from extra hardware. With that said, at least we're almost guaranteed to see more support from devs now that so many more GPUs support the feature. And this will likely bring support for the RTX only ray tracing as well, so it's ultimately a win-win, but makes swallowing the RTX pill a little extra hard. Oh well, it's at least great to see the technology being supported by older hardware. Fingers crossed we'll soon get far more games that support it as well. Next up for today, I received an image of an updated BIOS from you, the Meld Militia. So once again, thank you, and keep any news, rumors, or leaks coming to tip@gamermeld.com. Now, in the image, what's interesting is that the update is from Agisa 0070, and it states that it's for upcoming processors. What's odd is that Agisa number makes no sense because AMD is still technically on, I believe, 1.0.0.6. They could somewhat be resetting the numbers like what they did with Zen Plus, but it's tough to say. I did a video a little while back about a similar update from MSI, and the company actually issued a press release stating that it's for upcoming Raven Ridge processors, including their Athlon APUs. But those had already been out by the time they posted that, and according to a Redditor who asked a Portuguese MSI rep what it was for, they emailed that it's for AMD's 3rd generation that will soon be launched. Now, this could be referring to a couple things, both of which are great news. For one, it's talking about AMD's 3000 series desktop APUs, since this is a desktop motherboard, which is still technically Zen Plus, but something we never knew was coming, and would more or less coincide with MSI's official statement, or it's for the main 3rd gen Ryzen CPUs. Either way, something pretty big is coming soon, and I'm excited. Lastly for today, video cards found an EEC listing for NVIDIA's 1650 from MSI, pretty much confirming the 1600 series being used across the board instead of, say, a 1550. Either way, the 1650 comes with 4GB of almost guaranteed to be GDDR5 RAM, and while we don't know the core count just yet, I think it's pretty clear we'll know fairly soon, likely sometime next month. So while that does it for today, what did you think of the news? Excited for your card to support ray tracing, or do you just want 3rd gen Ryzen? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you liked the video, definitely make sure to subscribe. And as always, have a great day.